This capstone is the vendor-neutral one. You're assessing a fictional logistics company running an aging on-premises Citrix estate, and you have to recommend whether it stays on Citrix, moves fully to Azure Virtual Desktop, or splits across platforms. There's no single correct platform in the abstract, only the platform, or mix of platforms, that fits this specific organization's populations and constraints. Soulborn Logistics has three populations that behave nothing like each other: an aging hardware refresh deadline forcing the decision, and real sunk investment in a Citrix license agreement and staff expertise. That combination is exactly what makes this a realistic assessment rather than a theoretical exercise. The right answer has to account for people and contracts, not just architecture diagrams. Don't build a new framework from scratch, reuse the weighted scoring matrix from the platform choice lesson back in Module 2. Weight each criterion by how much it actually matters to Soulborn, score Citrix DaaS, pure AVD, and a mixed AVD plus Windows 365 option against each one, and let the weighted totals guide, not dictate, the recommendation. Run the numbers and the mixed option comes out ahead, not because any one platform dominates, but because it lets each of Soulborn's three populations land on the platform actually built for it. That's the core insight of a vendor-neutral assessment. The best answer is often not a single winner but a considered mix. The largest, most standardized population moves first, to AVD pooled multi-session, because it's the lowest risk migration and the licensing is already in place. The persistent analysts move to Windows 365 for predictable, fixed price, simple to manage personal desktops. The small, highest risk GPU cohort stays on Citrix DaaS for now, preserving proven protocol and peripheral handling, with a planned reassessment once the rest of the migration has succeeded. The TCO sketch is directional, not a committed invoice. Its job is to show the shape of the economics, the hardware refresh that disappears entirely, licensing Soulborn already owns that reduces incremental AVD cost, and the contrast between Windows 365's predictable flat pricing and AVD's variable compute cost, which is actually an advantage for the pooled population, because autoscale lets that cost shrink to nearly nothing overnight. Sequence the migration from lowest to highest risk. Pilot small, then roll out the standardized pooled population hub by hub so any issue stays contained. Move the persistent population next. Only after both of those are stable do you revisit the small, specialized GPU cohort, and only then decommission the on-premises hardware, once the license and lease terms actually allow it. Package this as a report or short deck with a confident executive summary up front, the scoring matrix and TCO sketch as supporting evidence, the phased plan, and an honest risk register naming the GPU compatibility risk and the user resistance risk during the pooled migration. Write the front page for the person who has to approve the budget, not the person who has to build it. That's portfolio artifact number 3.